12th Science Chapter 10 Hello Alkanes and Hello Arenes. Part 7 Stereochemical Aspects of Nucleophilic Substitution Reaction. Hello students, I am Madhusira, your chemistry teacher. Watch my YouTube videos, like and subscribe it for further notifications. For understanding the concept of nucleophilic substitution reaction, it is necessary to understand the stereochemical aspect of nucleophilic substitution reaction. For that purpose, let us first of all understand certain terms and notations related with it. The very first term is plane polarized light. If you take a cross section of normal light, you will notice that it is having waves oscillating in all directions. This is a cross section of, say, white light. When this white light is passed through a special type of prism called Nicol prism, the resultant light has oscillations taking place in one direction only. This type of light is known as plane polarized light. The next term is optical activity. When this plane polarized light is allowed to fall on substances, the substances are capable of rotating this plane polarized light either towards left hand side or right hand side. So those substances which can rotate this plane polarized light, those substances which can rotate plane polarized light are known as optically active substances, and this phenomenon is known as optical activity. Now there are two types of optically active substances: dextrorotatory substances and levorotatory substances. Dextrorotatory substances are those substances which can rotate plane polarized light to right side. It is denoted by positive sign in bracket, or we write D dash. So dextrorotatory substances are those substances which can rotate plane polarized light to right side. It is denoted by plus or D. Next one is levorotatory substances, L-E-A-V-O, levo, which can rotate plane polarized light to left side. It is denoted by negative sign or L dash. So this is plane polarized light. Substances which can rotate this plane polarized light towards right hand side is dextrorotatory. Substances which can rotate plane polarized light towards left hand side is known as levorotatory substances. The next term is asymmetric carbon atom, which is also known as stereocenter. When the carbon atom, you know that carbon atom can form 4 bonds. When all the 4 groups attached to carbon atom is different, then this carbon is known as asymmetric carbon atom or stereocenter. Then we are having the term chiral molecule or chirality. An object which is non-superimposable. We have to remember this word. An object which is non-superimposable on its mirror image is known as chiral molecule, and this phenomenon is known as chirality. For example, take a letter P. Take the mirror image of P. When you keep the mirror in front of it, the image obtained will be like this. Take this image and try to superimpose on this. So if I am taking this P and I am putting the mirror image on top of it, so these images are non-superimposable. So this is known as chiral molecule or chirality. The fifth one is achiral molecule or achirality. An object which is superimposable on its mirror image is known as achiral molecule, and this phenomenon is known as achirality. For example, take letter I. Put a mirror in front of it. The image is like this. Now take this I and place the image on top of it. So you will notice that the images are superimposable on the object. Such type of molecules is known as achiral molecule or chirality. Hence the stereoisomers which are non-superimposable on the mirror image, they are called as enantiomers. So enantiomers are nothing but non-superimposable mirror images, the stereoisomers which are non-superimposable. Stereoisomers which are non-superimposable on mirror images are known as enantiomers. If we consider a nucleophilic substitution reaction, then we notice that there are 3 outcomes of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Let this be our haloalkane, which is our substrate, right? It is having a polar CX bond. Now this is attacked by a nucleophile Y. You would notice that we get 3 different types of products Basically, three outcomes are there for nucleophilic substitution reaction. In the first case, it is observed that when Y is attacking this substrate, Y replaces the halogen in such a manner that the compound gets inverted, just like an umbrella turns upside down in strong winds. So this is the compound, and our compound is going to get inverted like this. So that means you will be having C2H5. This whole compound is getting inverted. The H is going to move on this side. Then we are going to get the groups inverted, and from this side the halogen is replaced and is substituted by Y. Let this be product A. Another outcome, nucleophile Y is attacking the substrate. It attacks and replaces this halogen group without any change in the configuration of the substrate. C2H5. There is no change in the configuration. CH3 and Y just replaces X. Let this product be product B. Now, the third outcome of this, we are getting a mixture of both the products. A, B, 50:50. We are getting an equimolar mixture of both the products, product A and product B. Now, when we are getting A as the product, where the configuration of the substrate is inverted, then this type of phenomena or the process is known as inversion of configuration, or you can say inversion. Right? I told you, suppose you presume an umbrella, open umbrella, and when strong winds are blowing, the umbrella turns upside down. You are holding the handle of the umbrella, but the umbrella turns upside down. So same manner, you are holding this handle of umbrella and everything, the groups, they get inverted. Inversion of configuration. When you are getting B as the product, where only substitution is taking place without any change in the configuration, then we call this as retention of configuration or just retention. So how do we define retention? Retention is the process in which the substitution takes place with the formation of product having no change in configuration. Third outcome, where you are getting an equimolar mixture of both A and B, then this process is known as racemization. Racemization. This product is optically inactive. That means it shows zero optical activity. It is not able to rotate the plane polarized light towards left or right. Optically inactive or racemic mixture is normally denoted by plus and minus both signs, or by DL both signs. So there are three outcomes of a nucleophilic substitution reaction: inversion, retention, and racemization. The process of separating this mixture, the racemic mixture, is known as resolution. So basically, resolution is the process of separating racemic mixture. Here are some of the definitions of stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Plain polarized light, optical activity, molecular asymmetry, chirality, and enantiomers. The phenomenon of retention, inversion, and racemization.